Hey folks, Poverty Point Customs here. What we're going to do today is change the inner and outer air filter on my John Deere 1025r. Pop open your cover. And here's your air filter. What you're going to want to do for easier access is take off your side cover on your right side. So it's a 10 millimeter. So it's pretty tight here, so what you're going to want to do is remove this strap. That way you have room to take out your old air filter and put in your new one. And as you can see, it gives you a little more wiggle room. So you're going to undo the clamp on the top and the bottom. Pull this out. So you can pull out the old air filter. So there's your outer air filter and your inner. So just taking a look at it, these would be original filters. It has 294 hours on it. This one here actually looks in really good shape, but I do have a replacement, so we're going to throw this one out. And the outer air filter looks like it's certainly seen better days. Again, these would be original. The inside's not too bad, but the outside is filthy. So we're going to toss this too. So before we install the new filters, you want to make sure inside of the Airbox is nice and clean, as well as the cover for the end of it. So just give that a real good wipe down. So you always want to compare your filters just to make sure your replacement are identical, which they are. So these are aftermarket ones. I actually bought a tune-up kit on Amazon, which came with your oil filter, hydraulic filter, fuel filters, and your two air filters. So I'm going to replace these every year. You can certainly go through the factory John Deere parts. You're going to pay quite a bit more, but these look to be identical and great quality. And again, I'll be replacing these every year anyways, no matter what the hours are on it. Just want to make a note too, before I put in the new filters, I always put the date and the hours on them. That way I know when it was last changed. So first you're going to install your inner air filter. It just pushes in. There's a little hole at the end that this slides into. It's quite snug, so you have to push it in pretty good. So once it's all snugged in there, we're going to install the outer air filter. Find the easiest way is when you're sliding this in, give it a little bit of twist till it's all the way in and nice and snug. So next we're going to install the cover. Just want to make a note when you install the cover, as you can see there's a top mark. So it's going to go on like that. So that's going to be at the bottom. So once the top's on, you have the two clamps that you lock down. And then you're going to install this little belt that holds it nice and snug. And then all you do next is install your side cover, and again you have the one nut and bolt here to hold it down. There you go. That literally takes 2 minutes to do. Again, depending on what your conditions are where you're using your tractor, you may have to change them a little more frequently or a little bit less. Again, this is pretty dirty. These are pretty cheap for the aftermarket filters. The John Deere ones are getting a little bit pricey. But again, you can clean this a little bit too if it gets quite dirty and get a little more life out of it. But again, it's cheap to replace, so I'll be replacing them again every year. Just want to mention too that there is a screen that you can pop out here to clean too. So if you're in a lot of dusty or areas where there's a lot of grass or debris around or whatnot, you can take this out and clean it out too. So this will actually protect your rad. So it's a good time to clean it when you're doing your air filter. So the next video with this tractor is doing the engine and oil filter, and the video after that's doing the fuel filters. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you post them below. Thanks for watching.